Hello everyone. So today we all know that our finance minister, she has published the budget for the year 2025-26. Okay, and what are covered as part of this budget, and we will take only those things which are very important for the upcoming exam, and which will be the most important features. See, this budget is almost very similar, almost I'm saying, to what we have already studied for the 2024-25 budget. So those principles like Viksit Bharat of 2047, those principles like Gyan, Garib Youth, Annadata, Nari Shakti, those all will be repeated. So for all those students which I have already taught in the classes, regular classes, online and offline, so one good thing is most of the topics will remain same, and few of them that like numericals, okay, tax reforms, and what is that income for the government from the taxes and non-taxes, those things will change. So you can update the class notes, all right, and minor changes you can take care of that. See, first thing is the government is talking about the journey of the development. In this, what is our destination? Destination has to be Viksit Bharat by which year? We all know by 2047. Next, very important here, what is the guiding spirit? Guiding spirit is inclusivity, inclusiveness of all the sections in the society. Next, the fuel will be we are going to come up with various reforms, reforms in every aspect. So reforms with respect to the changes made, okay, in the taxes. Okay, this time we are giving more benefits for up to 12 lakhs. There is no taxes because the taxable amount can remain with this middle class, and the income can be increased for them. So that was an intention. So the what is the engine of the development? Engine of the development is we are targeting agriculture, MSME, investments, and exports. How do you remember this? This is you remember in sense of making aim is agriculture, investments, MSME. Aims, we put it aim for exports. This is very important. You have to mug up this. So just remember this statement. What is the engine of development? It is aim for the exports. So you have exports here, you have agriculture, you have investments, and you have MSME. So this will be close for your exam. Next one. A country is not just its soil. A country is its people. So obviously it is about the people. It is about the unity. So here aspiration for the Viksit Bharat. Viksit Bharat means directly moving from the stage where we are and to reach by 2047 as the developed. Okay, so that we will try to surpass the upper middle income group where the China is now presently. So aspiration for the Viksit Bharat will be accelerate the growth, secure inclusive development, enhance spending power of India's raising middle class. Okay, and private sector investments has to be enhanced, and household, okay, sentiments or household promotions, that needs to be increased. So this you have to mug up. We can expect one question from this area. Probably they will ask you the engine of development. Next, very importantly, here they are talking about the entire budget talks about the theme which is called as the GAN, Garib, okay, GAN. That means GAN includes Garib, Youth, Annadata, and Nari Shakti. This we have discussed in almost every class. So government is talking about first one is about the Annadata. Annadata includes the reforms of the benefits given to the farmers. So what are the benefits given to the farmers? Enhance credit through Kisan credit card. Okay, so you have to go through this. That is facilitate the short-term loans. Obviously, 7.7 crore farmers, fishermen, because recently fishermen are also been added, and dairy farmers, which enhance loan of 5 lakhs. So you can go through that. That is quite important. And here government is targeting them with the certain large scale benefits, and recently fishermen are being added. Next, mission for the cotton productivity. So for the promotion of the cotton, 5-year mission, okay, program has been to increase the cotton related farming. Next, makhana, you must be knowing of the makhana seeds, etc. So makhana board will come up in the Bihar, and this will be promoted via FPO. So please go through what are FPOs, farmers producer organization. In the last year, 10,000 FPOs were recently promoted. This question was also asked. National Mission on High Yielding Seeds. This means you are going to promote the high yielding varieties, not depending on the other countries. Next, Atmanirbhar Bharat and pulses. Okay, promotion of pulses. Like what we've written in our class notes. Same thing is there. Launch of 6-year mission. Okay, with special focus on what? Special focus will be there on the tur dal and urad and will be masoor. So all these three we have already written. So same thing will be added. India post a catalyst for the rural economy, where the government will make rural community hub and institutional account services. DBT will be there, credit services, insurance related program, and digitalization of the. And most of the schemes will go digital now. Next, we are coming up with the most important. We are going to promote MSME. First, they will always talk about agriculture. Second thing, they will talk mostly about the MSME. So MSMEs now they have come up with the credit cards. Credit cards for the MSME. This is most important. Like 5 lakh limits for micro enterprises registered on Udayam portal. Why this is to main them unorganized into organized, making them organized. So you will be giving them, and in the first year 10 lakh such cards will be issued. So people can apply for that. And most people who are going to register under this micro, they are going to get benefits because more number of micro will be there. Okay, more number of people will be associated with the micro. Next, scheme for the first time entrepreneur. So what is that first time entrepreneur? That includes women, SC and ST, and a new scheme to be launched to provide the term loans up to 2 crores 2 crores during the next 5 years. Term loans are the long-term loans. Okay. Next, manufacturing mission with the mandate to focus on. Where do you focus on? You focus on the ease and cost of doing business. Okay. And future-ready workforce, vibrant and dynamic MSME, availability of technology, etc. So this may not be asked, and this area is very important, like government is promoting the MSME, and there is a revised classification for the MSME. You can go through this. Okay, we would have written these current sectors with respect to MSME in the class notes, and the revised one has been given here: investments and turnover. So you have to buy hard. This part will be given in the class notes, and you just go through the revised sections. What are the revised sections which they are going to give the benefits? Next, the development with respect to what investing in the people, economy, and the innovation. So what are those? Saksham, Angarwadi, and the Portion 2. This is for improving the nutritious life cycle. Okay, and expansion of the capacity in IITs. Okay, daycare cancer centers are there. Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme is there. Okay, remember this. This is quite important. Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme, digital form of Indian languages. Okay. Next, 5 centers of excellence for skilling will be there. And this is Atal Tinkering Lab. This is already there. Okay. Center for Excellence in Artificial Intelligence. This was also there. Okay. And expansion of medical education is there. PM Swanidhi. This was also there. And welfare of the online platform workers. This was also there. So here PM Swanidhi, this is for the street workers. So you have to remember it comes under which ministry. Okay. And urban affairs, and to be revamped with the enhanced loans from banks, UPI link credit, and capacity. So this is already covered. So nothing new in this. And here, investing in people, economy, and innovation. Here, support states for infrastructure. So here, we studied in the classes like 50 years interest-free loans will be given to the states. What is that they are going to give? Around somewhere around 1.5 lakh crore is been delivered to the states. Next, Jal Jeevan Mission. This is very important. Jal Jeevan Mission, they are going to achieve 100% coverage by which year? 2028. This is very important. Now, power sector reforms. Like incentives will be given. Incentives will be given if you try to reach the target. Okay, and setting the example for the other institutions. So like they will people like interstate transmissions are there, for example, additional borrowings, 0.5 percentage of the GSDP to the states contingent on these reforms. So that means government is trying to come up with certain incentives, which is for power sector related. Next, asset monetization plan. Like what is that? Uh, like asset monetization, which means what are the assets which the government has? They are trying to go for disinvestments, all right, and could be national highways, could be the ports, or could be the cricket stadiums, or could be any of those railway stations. The government wants to make some sort of disinvestment and improve the privatization, and with that capital receipts what the government has earned, that could be decentrated in the other areas. So what is that 10 lakh crores in the new projects? Okay, urban challenge fund. So go through the cities as the growth hubs and creative redevelopment of cities and water sanitation. So these are the new important things. You focus on the new things. Remaining you can remember on the class notes. Maritime Development Fund has been come up, and nuclear energy mission for Viksit Bharat. Read this. Nuclear energy. Udan, you all know that Uday Desh Ka Aam Nagarik, regional connectivity to 120 new destinations and carry 4 crore passengers in the next 10 years. So go through that. Data is there, slide data. That slide data you can remember. Next, future needs of Bihar. Greenfield, you must be knowing Greenfield, or from the scratch the government is going to start. Financial support for the Western Kashi, Western it is Koshi Canal ERM projects. Next, SWAMI fund, that is 5,000 crores for the expeditious completion of like 1 lakh dwelling units. Okay, so you wanted to speed up, so they have allocated much important funds. Next, investing in people and economy, that also includes PM research fellowship is there. So this is we already had. If you can look at the last years, this will be replicated. Okay, gene bank for crops. All right, Gyan Bharatam mission. So what is this? Documentation and conservation of our manuscript. Okay, go through this. National digital repository will be made. National geospatial mission, which means like to develop the foundational geospatial infrastructure and data using PM Gati Shakti. PM Gati Shakti means interconnectivity of various departments, ministries, etc. So land records are there. Okay, urban planning is there. Design of infrastructure, urban infrastructure, all are being included. Next, promoting exports. So how are you going to promote exports? Definitely, they will talk about MSME here. See, so support MSME to tackle non-tariff measures in the overseas market. So export promotion mission, both with the sectoral and ministerial targets to facilitate easy access to export credit. So cross-border facilitation will be there for mostly of the micro, etc. Next, Bharat Trade Net, a digital public infrastructure, Bharat Trade Net for international trade will be set up in a unified platform. All right. Next, national framework for GCC. That is, the government as a guidance to states for promoting global capacity or capability centers in emerging tier 2 cities. Okay. Next, warehouse facilities. So warehouse facilities are being promoted. So that the logistic can be improved. So promoting exports, you can expect one important question from this area. Now, reforms in the field. What are the reforms? So you can go through here. So Grameen Grameen Credit Score Framework to serve the credit needs of SHE members and needs in the rural areas. Next, revamped central KYC is a rationalization of requirements and procedure for speedy approval of company mergers. FDI limits are being promoted in this, okay, from 75 to 100%. If you could understand, so many have written the provisions of FDI 26, 49, 51, 74, 100. From 74, they are promoted to 100. Now, tax reform, change in direct taxes and proposal to introduce new income tax bill. So they'll come up, don't worry. Regulatory reforms, high level committee for regulatory reform, investments friendliness index of states. Okay, you need not read this. Jan Viswas bill to decriminalize more than 100 provisions in the various laws. This is important. Go through this such kind of terms. Next, indirect tax proposals, removal of okay, 7 tariff rates. What are the unnecessary things are they? Government wants to remove that so that the customs tariffs can be like customs can be promoted. Next, apply not more than one cess. That means more than one cess will be added. Okay, so different types of cess we have studied. So more than one cess, if it is added, we will try to remove it so that the burden on the manufacturers or the consumers will come down. Next, apply equivalent cess to maintain effective duty incidence on the most items and lower cess on certain items. Now, sector specific proposals. What are the sector specific proposals? Few things, most of the things which remain similar, but you have to go through if anything addition is there. Addition of 36 life saving drugs, 6 medicines and 5% duty. You're not required to read that because not even a like they are not asked under very minute details, etc. So here, if you could see, so here the personal income tax reforms are there. Okay, so you not read this because most of the time examiner will not concentrate into this. Rationalization of TDS. Okay, so reducing the compliance burden. So you can go through this, but not compulsory. Next, this is most important. We say that this is the heart of the budget. For example, arrange them in order. So income tax occupies the highest. Okay, income tax. Anyways, we wrote last time also income tax. You need not change, but you update the numbers to 22%. Next is the GST with 18%. Third one is the corporate tax with 17%. Like such, you can arrange them in order. But what happened in the recent exam? He has asked about the borrowings which are made, which are at 24%. So never we thought that they will ask you the borrowings in order. So always remember government borrowings are always greater. So borrowings comes first. Next comes the other taxes. So you can arrange the taxes in order. Now, where is the government which is actually spending? So government spends more with respect to, you look at here, the share of the taxes and the duties which are given. Okay, and the interest payments which are also being made. So here 22%. Most of the time we'll write interest payments. This time it has been changed. So be careful. State share of taxes, these are very less. So you can arrange them remaining in the order, which of the following are, etc. So major subsidies, now it has been 6%. Earlier it was used to be 8, come down to 7. Now it has come down to 6. In this subsidies, what are the most important subsidies? Food subsidies are greater. Next comes the agriculture subsidies. Next will be the fuel subsidies. Next, when you take the case of the receipts, you look at the case of the receipts, the government receipts has increased from the previous year. Okay, but it shows a mixed trend again. So be careful. This capital receipts, it shows a mixed trend here. Now, again, when it came to revenue expenditures, it has shown the mixed trend here. It has not anywhere in any of the cases or three cases, it has not shown a uniformity. So you be careful. It has not shown any uniformity. It has always shown a mixed trend. Next, deficits. What are the different types of deficits we have? Fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit, what is it? Budget estimations, it is saying. The budget estimations of fiscal deficit clearly says that it was earlier 6.7 percentage. All right, 6.7% in 2020 because of COVID. That has now come down to 4.4 percentage. Now revenue deficit, 1.5 percentage. Okay, effective revenue deficit, you must be knowing how you calculate. You have to adjust the grants here. So here it is 0.3 and primary deficit is 0.8. If you could remove from the fiscal deficit, okay, the interest payments made by the present on the previous loans, if you remove it, then you will get the primary deficit. Okay, so you not go through this, but this is very important. Deficit terms are very important. Fiscal deficit is very important. Now remember, most of the examination concentrates arrange them in order. So defense occupies the first important component. Okay, so defense occupies the first important component. Next is the rural. Okay, next one is home affairs. Okay, next one is agriculture. So be careful here. The last one is the scientific departments are there, and defense always occupies the highest. Most of the time, defense comes in the first. Next is the rural development. So DRD, you can defense and rural development. DRD, you can remember. Okay, and next is home affairs. All right, so I'll come up with very defined questions from the budget. I'll present more questions from the budget, and chapter wise survey I'm going to make it from today. So go through the chapter wise survey, and chapter wise survey will be very important for you. How many chapters are there in the survey? Those many chapter wise, like I'll try to cover within the 10 minutes so that it could be useful for the students. All right, thank you so much.